I'm Sarah Pearce. I'm Student Development Manager here at James Cooper Creston. That role basically means I'm responsible for recruiting all our trainees, onboarding them into the firm and then supporting them with their professional studies through to qualification.
Hi, I'm Suki. I'm an audit senior at the firm. I started 2 years ago and I'm making my way through the ACA qualification.
So Suki, what made you choose a career in accountancy and why James Cooper Creston specifically?
So I did my year 10 work experience within accountancy in a small, very small practice. After I did my degree, I did my interview for James Cooper Creston and the people were so lovely and it was such a friendly atmosphere. And even speaking to partners at the interview is just a completely different experience to anywhere else that I interviewed for. So I was very happy when I got the job and got to start here.
And what service line do you work in? Because there's obviously a number we recruit into for trainees.
So I work in the audit service line. I think when I applied, I wanted to give myself the most options.
So what's a normal week look like for you in audit?
Most weeks you have a new job, sometimes you have 2-week jobs, but gradually as I've worked my way up as a junior, it was always asking your senior for help, getting allocated tabs, and working kind of specifically on the job you're booked on.
You're studying your ACA qualification.
Yeah.
How are you finding juggling your studies and time at college with your work commitments?
We have a really nice study plan that we actually get to go to college. It's a very useful experience to actually be in person in college. And in terms of juggling it outside of work, it's got to be what works for you. I find that an hour a day, 1 day off a week worked for me, but having 2 is a bit different to the 1, which you do on and off, and as you make your way up, you get more difficult, but you usually have developed your revision by then.
What would you say are the key skills for a successful career in accountancy?
So I think, coming in, I definitely thought it was maths. I did a maths degree. I was like, oh, I love maths. It'll be great, go straight in. And I think within my first audit, I was like, oh no, this is all communication. It's so applicable, and being able to discuss anything with people and having the confidence to discuss stuff you've recently learned is really important, because especially within an audit, you'll find something you have to go and find out from internally, and then you have to go and discuss with the client to make sure that they're also aware.
So you have to be quite inquisitive as well?
Yes, very important specifically for audit. I'd say professional skepticism is pretty much the aim of the game, and you can definitely tell within the interview process that that's what you're looking for, especially with the skills that are kind of tested within the format of the interview, or as well as looking at data skills. You can tell that they're looking for how you work in a team.
We tried to do a real mix of activities on the assessment day, both individually and in groups, so we can see how you cope under pressure, how your communication skills are, how your teamwork skills are, and also in the interview stage, how genuinely interested you are in working in accountancy. So how often do you receive feedback, and how are you supported with that through your career journey?
So within the audit service line, we get fortnightly or weekly feedback depending on the job. So you'll send that to whoever has been the senior member of staff on the job. So as a junior, it'll be a senior, as a senior, it'll be the manager, and you get specific feedback on the work done on that job. There's a specific point on constructive feedback so that you get the next thing to develop, so you're not staying in the same place. Then outside of the specific jobs, we also have quarterly appraisals with our line managers. So that's looking at how you're viewed within the firm, how you're getting on. And then within the apprenticeship scheme, you get the FI, which is our first intuition, who you have a skills coach, they review, you get kind of an external point of view on how you're getting on. It's a good place to get kind of other feedback.
Talked about the quirks of some of the jobs. What sort of variety of clients does James Cooper Creston work with?
Quite a big span. So within our Oxford office, we have a lot of technology companies. Within the Newbury office, we've had farm clients. No week is the same.
And are you working mainly in the office with those clients, or are you out on client site?
These days, it's more remote than it used to be. I think it used to be always on site, but post-COVID, things change, and Teams and such are so much of a better communication screen that you can make an audit happen without having to be there. Many clients still prefer to have that on-site face-to-face interaction, which is very nice, and you get to go see them. I mean, I've done a job up in Lincoln, I've done jobs in Hertford, you know, there's many places you can visit as part of the audit team.
And how would you describe the culture working at James Keeper Creston? What do you like most about being here?
I think on a whole, it's such a friendly company. I mean, even from day one at interview, it was like straight in, everyone was really chatty, and like partners speak to managers, partners speak to juniors, like there's no disconnect.
I think that's a nice thing about a firm our size as well, compared to some of the bigger firms. The senior management team, the partners are so accessible, you're learning from them. Okay, so you've been with us a couple of years now. Where do you see yourself going from here? What are the next steps in your career progression?
So I think within this firm specifically, there's quite a lot of options to keep going. So from senior, once I obtain my qualification, I will hopefully become an assistant manager. And then from there, promotions are kind of within reach. There's a manager position, and then there's a senior manager position, and then obviously director and partner in the long-term future. But it's really nice to see within the firm that lots of people can make those progressions. We have a lot of people who do make it up. So my line manager started from a trainee, and he's now senior manager, and I think he's been here for 8 years.
I mean, a number of our current partners joined us as trainees and are now leading the practice. As a firm, we try and support you with that. So once you've qualified, we have a series of management training that we put people on, so you can start to build the skills to move you along the next steps of your career. And at the higher levels with senior manager, partner director, we have leadership academies that people can go on to build those higher level skills as they head towards senior management roles. Looping back to your early days and when you first joined James Keeper Creston, how did they support you in those first couple of months and help you settle into the firm?
So one of the really useful things when we first started was that pretty much our whole first month was planned. From study to introductory bookkeeping course, our first exams, it was all very well planned for us.
And what were the most useful bits of that early induction phase for you?
I think knowing what I was doing was a really easy way to like break myself into being in full-time work. And then when you carry on and you pick up within work, you still have your training looked after.
So having been with us for 2 years now, what's the one bit of advice you would give someone thinking about joining James Keeper Creston and starting a career in accountancy?
I think even at the interview stage, the best thing to do is ask questions. I mean, showing that inquisition at interview phase is really important. And when you start the job, whichever service line it is in, asking seniors, semi-seniors, managers questions is the best way to learn.